my name is Stevie Johnson, and today I will be discussing the moral majority. I first would like to say that Jesus Christ is central in human history, and because of him we can learn all of these awesome things. The sources that I used for this presentation come from Noel's book, Of God and Caesar video that was given to us this week, an Engaged Faith video from Dr. Schultz, and an article by Clyde Wilcox. So during the 70s, there was a rise of the religious right, and this happened for different reasons, and Noel says there's three main reasons that this happened. The Roe versus Wade Supreme Court decision that allowed abortions and legalized it. The bicentennial, people really just wanted to go back to Christ and wanted to call back to the way things used to be when America was founded. Also, the election of Reagan. He was really influential in the religious right movement as far as the Christians looked to him to fix the nation and imply Christian values and morals back into America. This group was full of Christian fundamentalists. Some of the background information of the moral majority was during the 1970s. There was a big reaction from the right side on different breakthroughs or disasters, really depending on how you looked at it. The new right was concerned about humanism and the threat to religious values in America. There was a moral decline as far as pornography, abortion, sexuality, homosexuality was pretty much becoming a lot more popular than it used to be, and the right just really did not know how to react to that. So Jerry Falwell created the moral majority in 1979, which was his really big time of shining in the political organization. They were concerned about secular and liberal movements at the time. Falwell entered politics in order to protect the nation's churches and families from the federal bureaucracy that they felt was really threatening their religion at the time. They stood for many different things. They believed in God's moral authority. They were pro-life, pro-family, pro-Israel, pro-moral. They wanted collective prayer back in school. They had the idea of creationism. They did not believe in evolution and were definitely against the teaching of evolution in classes. They were anti-communism. They played a role in blocking the adoption of the Equal Rights Amendment, which sought to end distinction between man and woman, which women really pushed for during this time. They objected to promotion and protection of homosexual rights, and they also saw modern life as decadent and self-indulgent. They kind of wanted to scale back from that, of Americans thinking that they could pretty much do and say and believe in whatever they want. They wanted to get back to a traditional America that was based around a Christian nation, and they called for God's law to shine through. Just basically in general, the religious right and the moral majority was just for pro-America. They just wanted to get America back to its roots that they felt they had lost. The biggest accomplishment of the moral majority was they called people to register to vote to save the country. During this time, very many religious people and Christians did not involve themselves in politics. They cared more about their religion and kind of left it up to God's will to defend them and defend their religion. They organized a moral majority in 47 states, bringing over 10 million new voters for Reagan, which obviously we saw that in the 1980s he was elected as president. So not only did they help with Reagan getting elected, they also did fundraising and lobbying. They used grassroots organizations which aimed at supporting particular candidates by using mail and phone calls to reach supporters. They really just wanted to find every supporter that they possibly could, and they used different means to do that. Unfortunately, in 1989, the moral majority disbanded because of some financial issues, but overall the moral majority really impacted politics during the 1980s as far as electing Reagan and just putting all their different views at the time that were pretty much against everybody else's as far as like abortion, drinking, etc. goes. Well, anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great week.